Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Asagi's live stream, where we just shoot the shit. Yeah. We don't really set the topic of the stream. Um, but the topic is usually dating in Japan or like recent news in Japan, like cultural insights, cultural gaps between Japan and the others. So feel free to chat. I set the channel subscriber only mode to prevent bot and なんだっけ scammer じゃなくて何 trolls, yeah, bots and trolls coming in. When I don't set this, sometimes yeah, bots or like trolls, especially trolls, they start to join. So but hey, Brady, thanks for the super chat already. Thank you, thank you. How is it going? Lloyd, hello, hello. McLovin, hair changed. Oh, yeah, yeah. I haven't like cut or anything. I styled differently, I guess. Yeah. Nah, but it needs to be. I need to go to the hair salon soon. It's been some time. How about ghost stories? あれだね。そうそう、summertime. ブラディなのかなブレイディか。ブレイディ。Thank you so much. So in Japan, during this Obon season, summer vacation season, traditionally people talk like horror stories, like stories of yokai and ghost monsters to feel chill during summer. Walter, welcome. Quantum. What's going on with the yen? I know, right? It's so bad because yen is cheap and then Japanese people don't consume so much anymore. Like many businesses are going out looking for like foreign customers, which is like it makes sense. It makes more money if you make money in um dollars or euro, other currencies, because yen is super cheap right now. The good example is matcha, right? People over there crazy over matcha. I think it's mainly more like girls. California girls, like, oh, matcha, I drink matcha. And it's more like, it's not really about matcha, it's more about the fashion icon, I guess, which is cool. I'm glad people enjoy Japanese matcha. Um, but many matcha businesses, traditional ones especially, well, some traditional ones, they just sell a bunch of matchas to like foreign customers, and but that means it's become it will become expensive. It become expensive, and then local Japanese people cannot afford anymore. You know what I mean? Which is kind of sad, but many businesses like cultural businesses in Japan are becoming like that. if this situation goes very long, um, local businesses are not local anymore. It's kind of sad. Marty, thanks for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. ハローって、ハローアサギ、ハローマリー。あ、あ、ごめん、ちょっと間違え、ムラティになっちゃった。ムラティ。ムラティは良くないね。ここが。ここか。Thank you. Hola, niños. ¿Y? Ninjas? I don't know. Yes, they love to say matcha. The government is artificially trying to strengthen the yen. No way, I love matcha. And compared to matcha in Japan, it tastes like dirt. Oh, hello, Frank. How bad have gas prices got there? I don't drive, so I don't really follow day-to-day prices, gas price. I'm sure it's bad. Before getting into it, the chat, I have to announce that I've already announced that I was going to upload a collaboration video sometime soon, but I can't do that anymore. I can't publish the video. Mm-mm. Which it's a bummer. It's a bummer. And it's complicated. But we already filmed the video and I was editing halfway through. We already arranged this. But まあ、そうまあね、something I can say is it's not up to me. It's not up to me. I can't really say why we can't publish the video. Yeah, but it's a bummer. Cause many reasons, but yeah. I've already worked so much on this, right? I arranged I offered the collaboration. We did the initial meeting. Um, and yeah, and then we filmed the video, and then it's been like 2 weeks after the video shoot. So obviously I've been editing so much. But they want to cancel the whole collaboration thing, and I don't know why. Honestly don't know why, because in Japanese culture, even when even when a person live abroad, they still use tatemae to me. Tatemae, or they wrote all the tatemae reasons to me. The Obviously it doesn't make sense because that's not the true reason. So I can only guess. I can only guess, and I don't know why, and then I don't need to know exactly why, to be honest. They didn't want to do it, then I don't want to convince them. Don't want to make them feel uncomfortable with the collaboration. So I'm like, okay, fine. But uh, it's fine. I respect their decision, and then I don't want to. Again, I don't want to bother them by like forcefully publish this video, which was it was a really interesting video. But hey, I can't publish. But uh, so it's fine. But financial damage is real, right? I've already invested it, and the amount of money I can make per video, it depends on the performance, but it's still there. And my videos are also kind of like advertise for my dating advice business. So the potential income was there, but now it's gone. So I have to make up for this. I might do like extra live streams here and there to compensate this. Um, butまあですね。まあ、I respect their decision, and then I just move on. Mm. So it is what it is kind of situation. I can't do anything about this. Well, one thing that well, it's only guessing, but I feel like it's like, I guess the collaboration was too soon. They were not ready. They were not actually ready. They are a public figure. They show their faces on the internet, all that kind of stuff. No, otherwise, I don't really ask collaboration. But they they are relatively new as a public figure, so they were not like quite ready to do like collaboration and then like more business like content creating. Mm. So, and I totally understand that point. So I'm not gonna push it harder. I just accept it and try to find a way to, make up for it. So, so apologies to, all those who were like looking forward to this video. But collaboration is not happening. I don't know, Frank. You were looking forward to it. I think many Aussies here were looking forward to it. But yeah, it would seem only reasonable that they would give you a good reason for not wanting to continue at this structure. But perhaps that's a cultural difference. I think so. Um, I think so. I think it is. Sometimes this is how it goes when it comes to interacting with Japanese people. Mm. Like whether dating context or friendship context or even business context sometimes. Um, and especially women. uh, we do this a lot. Hmm. And if a person would give me like honest like reason, honest まあね、honest reason that That would be great. But when they don't, then pushing harder doesn't go anywhere, right? I'd also assume that, if a Japanese person wouldn't give me the true, real, like, reason to reject something about me, then I would assume that this person doesn't trust me enough. I don't have enough trust. I don't have enough trust. They don't trust enough to give me true reason, 本音. Um, and the part of it is on me. I couldn't make them feel safe to tell me the real reason. Um, especially in this context, we've only met like twice or something, right? And it's understandable that they don't trust me fully enough. And then they don't want to give me the real reason. I totally understand. So it is what it is. Again. Mm. And I can't do anything about it. I don't want to dig it and then make them feel super uncomfortable. So I'll just find my way to, make up for this. What kind of video was it? Like, what subjects matter was it that you couldn't publish? まあ, I don't know. I don't know again. But the originally video was, I was we were doing interview style. I was answering to questions to them on their platform, and then I asked questions to them on my YouTube, um, and things about like on my video how it's like to date in Australia, um, how they met their partners, how what made them think, uh, what they made them move to the Australia とか like you know they were sharing their own stories, as a Japanese woman who raised in Japan, who born and raised in Japan but moves to the other country, right? So it was a real life experience that they were a really good example of like real Japanese women, right? Not like a fantasy kind of women. um, I'm talking about fantasy anime girls or things like that. And they were also very attractive, good looking, very like attractive Japanese women. So their advice, their experience would give us so much insights. You know what I mean? But I don't know which part they didn't like. Ne? I don't know. They had all the tatemae reasons, but I know that's it's not the true reason. So, mm. But again, it's fine. It's fine. I'll move on. Their husbands didn't like it. I mean, that's one possibility, but they don't seem to be that way initially. They are very like positive, like easygoing Latinos. So I don't think that's their decision. Seems odd to get so far then pull out. Mm, I agree, but something may change their mind, right? Maybe you could run it anyway and pixelate the face. No, I don't want troubles. I don't want troubles. The Japanese woman married to South American men living in Australia video isn't going ahead. So this, yes, yes. It's not. Ne. It was an interesting story, right? But you, まあね。Antonio, thanks for the super chat. あ、これはオーストラリアンドルかな。ああ、そっか。Thank you. Pat on the back. Alright, the Dell PT is next month. I'm working night and day to ASIP. Oh, good luck. すごいね。Good luck with the tests and thank you again for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. They don't trust me enough was the expression you wanted. Yes. So they aren't going to publish their version either. They don't. What is more widely accepted in Japan? A white American or black American? No, I don't take that trap. I don't take that trap. And I think I talked about it a few weeks ago. So maybe you can watch past live stream. Even if you can't show the rest of the world, you can personally benefit from their insights and indirectly pass that on to us. So it's not a total loss. It's exactly. I learned so much from the interview, and then I have my theories. That their stories and opinions strengthened my theory that I had. Um, there were some discoveries as well. So it was a good interview. It was a great interview. Mm. And then, even though I can't publish it, it's still in my memory. The video is here too. So yeah, you will still get benefit. What's their page so we can go roast them? Please don't. お、あれサミット。サミット。What the currency is it? これ何デリーじゃなくてなんだっけデリーなんだっけインディアンカレンシーだっけこれ。え So, here's a question about child raising in Japan. Please feel free to skip if it's too personal. I'm excited for my child's birth, but haven't really decided between a Japan versus international かな education. Any tips for how you are going about it? Raising in Japan versus international education ね。まあ、you know, in our case, we are commoners. Like we are like a very common Japanese. I mean, we are international family when it comes to like the mix of race, but just to make just in working for Japanese company, make money in Japanese yen. I do too. And we are not like affluent enough to send our children to like international school or like school abroad. So we'll just stick with Japanese education, and we don't have so many choices, I think. If we but I am also like looking at some like informations that international Japanese moms, like Japanese moms who raise children internationally. And then it seems, うん、まあね、なんか、if you know, in your case, I think you have more like options when it comes to that. なんか、まあ、if you wanna, まあそうね、うん、if you wanna raise your kids with like sending them to like more like a elite kind of course, you can send them to like a boarding school internationally once they grow up. I don't know, like early teenagers. Um, that is one option. The positive side about sending them outside Japan or even international school in Japan is that they can think outside the box, right? In Japanese educational system, you only learn to obey, learn to walk like a soldier, learn to keep the harmony, right? And then they don't really teach you, teach kids how to think outside the box, how to be unique, how to come up with like stunning ideas. They only teach you to follow the rules, disciplines, which well, discipline is not a bad thing, but basically how to easy to control. You know what I mean? Whereas international schools, whether in Japan, I mean, I think if you send to international school or mm, I feel like it's better to just send them outside Japan, but まあね, you know what I mean? And so だから even when we raise Hiro in Japan, we will always tell him not to just blend in. I mean, he can't do blending anyway. He looks different than normal Japanese kids from the beginning, and that's fine. Uh, we will make sure to teach him not to be like, not to be like a soldier, like just yes sir kind of human. Uh, but yeah, if you have more like options, you definitely can explore those options, right? Like boarding school, international school. Depends on how your wife feels. Yeah. So I couldn't really explain well, but uh, yeah, 迷うよね。本当に。ありがとう、サミット。これは、I've never seen this currency on my chat, so unique. ベトナムドンか。これドンか。ドン。Okay, okay. You are in Vietnam. Mm. There are Canadian schools in Tokyo, which is pretty cool. The US and GB international schools are good too, but I heard there's a lot of snobby materialism there, which I'm not a fan of. The other option is Japanese education until high school and then studying abroad for university. うん。お、あれじゃないまあ、うん。Even earlier, right? Japanese school to international, like, まあ、abroad, studying abroad from like, ね。Because if your child will try to get a job in Japan, she's gonna need um a degree in Japan. Degree というか、まあ、educational history in Japan a lot of the times. But if the kid goes to this, abroad, they can't get the education history in Japan, right? So なんかね、本当に it's a super difficult decision. うん、うん、そうだね。I think I got hit on when I was at Castle Garden yesterday, or the woman just wanted to practice English. You can be the judge on what the woman was doing. Like, how did she talk to you? What is the single mother marriage rate in Japan? Do Japanese marry single women with kids? Less likely. うん、うん。Yeah, I think Japan is hard for single mothers, single fathers, uh, or yeah, uh, very cautious. People get very cautious, and it's not widely, it's not common. I haven't really seen that in Japan, whereas I've seen plenty of couples who get married and with kids from previous marriage. うん、だね。It's quite rare, I think. I've been seeing that it will become more expensive to travel to Japan. Where do you think it will become more obvious that the price has risen? I don't know. I've started chatting to a Japanese lady called Haruka online. Still cautious because she messaged me on TikTok first. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, yeah. It's you know nice to get to know. And if anything shady happens, then just don't proceed. What nationality does the child get if two Japanese citizens give birth to a child in a Antarctica? Where is it? Where is it? Is it really harmony though? What does that mean? My friend in Okinawa is caught in the typhoon. Scary. Oh, typhoon in Okinawa, ne? Yeah, it's more powerful, bigger than I usually see in Tokyo. So yeah. Would it be difficult for children raised outside of Japan that were from Japan to integrate back into Japan? From your example of sending your kids abroad for education. うーん、many まあね、本当に many options. まあ、what I hear from like affluent families is that they send them to like boarding school abroad, like send them to like school dormitories in like in the UK or America, and get the super like fancy degree there, and even get green card, American green card, because the child gets super high education in the US. Man, that is like a very small like gate to be like that. I also have a friend um who raised mixed children between UK and Japan. They actually go back and forth, right? The main education is in the UK. UK public school, mm, public school, not even private school. So they go between Japanese public school and UK public school. And in that case, because they go back and forth so many times, uh, kids kind of integrate both cultures and school, friends とか。うん。But definitely see like gaps, like they're speaking and their Japanese skill isn't like same level as like average Japanese students. Um, they're still like below middle school, so they're still figuring out, I guess. うん、まあでもね。Yeah, and I see so many like international, like a Japanese international school. Um, they s- they most likely stick with international students, the international school students. They have their community and then they don't really mingle with um Japanese kids, you know. からね、本当に like at some point you're gonna make choices for them. うん。Hiro is still 3 years old, so and then so ne, he will mostly raised in Japan in Japanese school system, but I don't want him to fully into it. Mm. Best spots for dates in Japan around October. Too broad. October date か、まあ、October date spot. まあ、あれじゃん、ピクニック。ピクニック。Picnic at a park. It's not hot. It's not super hot, and it's not cold to, eat and chat outside. So picnic かな。Paul, I teach at a junior high, and we always get some half Japanese students from the US join us for a month before our summer vacation, since their vacation starts earlier. ああ、へえ。確かにね。なんか、 そうよね。The timing is different. うん。She let me eat at the table today instead of the floor, and she may let me outside this week. Let me eat at the table today instead of the floor. I don't see the context. Sorry. I don't see the context. あ、stick. I'm in Hawaii now. お、いいね。Enjoy. なんか、vacancy. Is that vacancy? Do you think a foreigner can find a Japanese woman with a kid to marry pretty easily? あのまあ、less competition for sure. Not so many Japanese men uh, are not like open, but if you don't be judgmental about it, I'm sure uh she would appreciate it. Mm. And then the chances are will higher than like single young Japanese woman. You know what I mean? What's up, Dragon Lady? What's Dragon Lady? What does that mean? アトランクティ、アトラン、アトラ、アタークティカ。南極well, still don't know how it's gonna be. So this is a comment from last stream subject. Some countries are receptive to age gap relationships, and Japan isn't one of them. PH PH is more accepting of Philippine かな is more accepting of these. That said, both parties need to carefully consider and get together and progress in a measured way. It never causes to amaze how a 60-year-old man with arrive in Manila and meet a 20-year-old woman who he has been chatting with for months, and within a few months they are buying land and building a house, and when it's done the man is kicked out. I heard that kind of stories. Sometimes several hundred K USD are spent. This happens a lot. A lot? Yeah. I mean, grab a brain. She's 20, and who can really blame her? It may be worth the investment after 2 years of harmonious living together, but not before. Sorry for links. まあ、そうですね。I think the likelihood, I mean, likelihood of like those manipulation or like scamming, like dating scam happens in dating age gap relationship, right? Like, compared to like same age relationships, age gap relationships have more likelihood. You know what I mean? So you gotta be more cautious. That's true, I think. I went to school with lots of Japanese exchange students that studied in Canada from 8th, 11th grade. いいね。It's funny because I really like Japanese culture and education and would be happy for my child to be raised in it. But I don't have the experience growing up here myself, so I sometimes wonder if my child will feel like a stranger to me. なんかね。But also Japanese education has positive sides, right? The average level is quite high, I think. Um, the education level is quite high in average. Mm. And they learn disciplines, like good mannerism and discipline. Mm. Right? You see, like, Japanese kids cleaning their classrooms, uh, bathrooms, school bathrooms, and uh, hallways and all that kind of stuff by themselves, right? They learn to,うん、あとは、dividing school lunch by themselves, how to work as a group とか、how to be considerate とか、なんか、I think Japanese schools teach many good things, but just not to think outside the box, and then you need to make sure, you want to make sure how to stand out, how to be unique, how to be independent, right? But in general, Japanese kids, their education level is in average very high, and they have disciplines, they have mannerism. Mm. So yeah, that's why I can't really decide, right? Like if you pick one, you will lose one. Mm. Frank, she's 33 and says she wants to settle in Australia and have a family. Oh, I'll be 50 on Wednesday. Can I handle being a dad again? Not sure. 33 か。Quite young. Is it true they have buildings full of single mothers like housing project? Huh? Buildings full of single mothers like housing projects. Never heard of it. What? Dragon Lady is slight Chinese legend or story of a beautiful yet slightly dangerous lady who you can try to avoid unless she approaches you. Her Chinese, okay. I apologize for asking this, but I have a Russian friend who has a Japanese father who refers to herself as Hafu. Instinctively, this seemed to be a derogatory term to me. Is it? Derogic? Dero? I don't understand. If kids would clean the schools in America, they would be considered child abuse. Interesting. It was more of a punishment in America. Yeah, we did that. Mm. Well, I did that in the school. Yeah. All public schools do that. But some private schools, yeah, don't do that. So insulting or diminishing. Hafu, calling mixed people hafu, is insulting. うん、なるほどね。I get it. If you think about the origin of the word, it is quite like insulting. うん、そうだね。そうだね。Yes. まあね、so it's many words. Then I think Japanese people are trying to rephrase those things, right? まあ、ハーフはね、ハーフ、うん、inappropriate. あ、Justin だ。To me, half indicates that you are half something and half not something, which is not very flattering. Right? だからまあ、ミックスとかね。Recently, まあ、people are encouraged to call them, call like mixed people, mix かな。うん。まあ、same as like, まあ、like local words 例えば、まあ、旦那ってさ、husbands, how to call husband. We have like 旦那、夫、えっと、旦那、夫、主人とかね。うん。And only 夫 is neutral. 主人 means master. 旦那 means master. Uh, to call husbands, you know what I mean? And people are trying to rephrase it to like otto. Otto is a neutral term for husbands, and then not to call our husbands master. あとはまあ妻wives は、妻 is a neutral word for wife, but some older generation, they refer their wives as like 奥さんとか、まあ、嫁、奥さん、あと何なんか、many like sexist words? sexist origin words とか。うん。ね。だから people who are mindful don't really say ハーフ anymore, but yeah. うん。そうね。だから、when I see like other like half kids, I would, I mean, I normally just don't straight up asking these things, but in some context, I would like be like, um, what would I call like ハーフですかとは言わないけど、but usually hero is obviously mixed, so people ask me like where Hiro's father from? Like, and then I obviously look Japanese, right? So people would go like, お父さんはどこの出身ですか Where is his father from? みたいな。And then like, he's American. And then, he's so cute. みたいな。うん。That's how it goes. And then, yeah, some people ask me like, oh, is your son hafu? とか。うん。Some people ask me like that too, which like, it's not like still widely known. Like a hafu is like kind of like an insulting phrase to refer to mixed people. So there are still people like that, but I don't, get like offended. I don't like say anything every time I get that kind of people. You know what I mean? I have many more things to care about, so yeah. But at least when I talk to other mixed kids, mixed like family, I try to be mindful. Yeah. Frank, thanks for the super chat. Thank you. So harmful is in fact a racial slur. まあね、but I think people なんか I think first they didn't think so much, I guess. Like, in Japan, mm, like majority of us are like Japanese, right? And then when a Japanese person married to, have kids with a foreigner, then in our mind it's like half some half half blood みたいな. Mm. And then I think that's where it just came from, and they didn't really think about it. But yeah, if you actually think about it, the meaning of it, how people feel about like uh, mixed people feel about that term, I get that yeah, it's unflattering, yeah. And meant housing provided by the Japanese government, low-income housing buildings mostly filled by single mothers in Japan. I haven't heard of it, but I understand where it comes from, because like most of the cases, divorced couples, most of the single mothers in Japan, uh, they're low income and they don't even get like uh childcare money from their ex-husbands. What was it? 30%, 40%? They are not. They can't receive uh money from their former husbands, ex-husbands. So they just have to be independent. They have to like make money, raise the kid by themselves, and then they tend to be poor because of that. And having the safe net for those people is, I think, only reasonable, right? And then I don't think single mothers who have enough money cannot get that kind of, treatment, right? So I think it's only reasonable, but like, what do you imply there? We call them bitsas. Bitsas. Bit of this, bit of that. Yeah. Okay. Japan lost samurai spirit decades ago. Yeah, but some like things still exist. I found Danna to be crazy in its meaning. Does each component literally mean the down of everything? Down of everything? You know, it must make men feel like he men, the masters of the universe. まあね、そうなんだよね。旦那、master, 主人、master. Do you think you can find a more reasonable, normal Japanese girls in Saitama or Chiba prefixes that are more friendly? Prefixes とは reasonable, normal Japanese とは What does that even mean? I've heard of a conflict resolution system in Japanese culture where both partners will sit next to each other for a few minutes before engaging in a difficult discussion. Is it practiced? I don't think so. I don't think so. うん。それは I think being quiet for a moment is common in Japanese like conflict. Become very silent. But is that like some kind of practice? Kana? We just don't express like our feelings immediately, and it's often considered like 短期というか、短期ってなんて言うんだろう。Like you get upset easily みたいな。So I guess people try to like なんだろうね。try to be try to calm down first before talk when they are angry. かな? Is that a practice? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, interesting. Haven't really thought about it. うん Doesn't really happen here. Most people are half full, right? Half full or even like 何 ?4 分の1 quarter とか It's common there, right? Eric Noons かな Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate the support. And Brady, thanks for the super chat. Because it's your second super chat, I will give you a sticker. ほら、ケネディスペースセンターのスペースシャトルマグネットズーム。Thank you. Thank you for answering the difficult question. I was concerned that maybe she didn't want to really be referring to herself that way. まあ、なんかね、でも、it depends on the person, right? Like some people like, oh, I'm hafu. Like they just say it. Now, some people don't really want to be called that way. So it's like you just have to observe before you mention that. Justin with the truth bomb. My dad always calls himself Hafu, so I always felt like my different ethnicities were just neutral parts of my life story, and I don't think I've ever felt talked down to for it. In the US, the government will pay single mothers a stipend to raise their children, in part for lower socioeconomic groups. This is why the cycle of poverty can be perpetual. So many difficult words. Okay, I can't understand. でもさ、is that only for single mothers? How about single fathers who don't make enough money? とか。So does child support not exist in Japan? The government like government support for parent, single parent support はある。We have that. But, when you get divorced, when you get divorced and you are not the one who raise your child, um, then you still have to pay like to right. It's your kid, and then if you can't really raise the children, at least you pay, right? But for some reason, many fathers don't pay to their ex-wife who are actually raising children, um, and this is one of the issues in Japan. But yeah, mm, that kind of thing exists. And then it's not like government will give you so much money to raise your children, so you still want to get support from the other parent, right? Um, but many fathers refuse to do so. I went to Bon Odori Festival here in New Jersey today. Oh, Bon Odori Festival season だね. Yeah. Did you see any interesting people there? Like, since it sounds like a Japanese cultural festival, well, there are many Japanese people there. Any money paid to support single mothers is not enough to comfortably raise kids. Yes, like it's just bare minimum, right? Bare minimum. Men have lost their inner spirit. Now everyone's master is the company slaves to the system. Yeah, that's kind of true. Nah, don't give in. Don't give in. Have your own spirit. Well, have a purpose in life. Yeah, have a purpose in life. It's not about you are working for a company or independent. It's more about have a goal in your life. It's normal Japanese girls that just want a normal life. Tokyo seem not to be the place. Oh, okay, okay. That I understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tokyo girls. Minatoku girls とかね. Super materialistic, um, snobbish and kind of stuff. True, true. But yeah, if you go to Saitama, Chiba, I think that minimize the chance to encounter that kind of woman. Mm. Rulan, welcome back. I returned from my 10th visit last Sunday. Ooh. Part of my trip, I stayed in Tsuwano for 4 days. Only four foreign tourists I saw throughout my stay, and the town is so peaceful and gave the perfect summer vibe. Have a nice day. That's great. That sounds great. Countryside かな? Tsuwano. I don't know where it is. Well, yeah, glad you enjoyed the countryside of Japan. Not a super tourist area. 10th visit. すごいね. I like these stickers you give us. They're really neat. Yeah, glad you like it. I have many more. Every time you visit Japan, some places just keep getting more crowded. Recently, ね. In America, fathers have to pay more than half their income to their children and wife. More than half? More than half? Really? I met Japanese people on Maui today. Maui ね。ハワイは yeah, very popular destination. There are subsidized rent buildings, but not specifically for single mothers, often for low income households in general. I have a friend who is blind and lives in one. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Mm. Those ex husbands are pretty useless. That is one thing I am proud of towards my daughter is that I made sure I paid child support with the whole 16 years until she reached 18. いや本当に Japanese fathers should learn from that. うーん、うん、まあね、I think Japanese marriage divorce system was made to be like with a very traditional mindset, right? Um, right? Because people, I think back then when the law is settled, it was not common to get divorced, and mothers were taking care of children, right? So until this year, we didn't have shared custody. Only one parent can take the children, like legally. So that most of the time that was mothers, um, and then fathers just escape, right? And I'm sure there are like good fathers who still take care of the the financial support, but there are still many fathers out there who don't pay that even. Um, so yeah, but from this April かな? This April, shared custody is a thing now in Japan. It's still new, so we are still practicing. Um, so you don't you don't have to worry about the. Well, I want you to get divorced in Japan, but if that happens, you you're still eligible to have like half custody. Mm, yeah. When I was dating, I actually avoided meeting women from Tokyo. My my back hurt from carrying all of the conversation. Yeah, what's up with those girls? Tokyo girls, right? They don't have a soul. They don't have a soul. They are obsessed with social media, materialism, all that, and the beauty. Ooh, like plastic surgeries and all that kind of stuff. Like, what's up? Have a life, you know? My girl is from Tokyo. Like, which girl you are talking about? You always have girlfriends. Girlfriends, you know what I mean? So I don't know which one you are talking about at this point anymore. Do you think your chance is double when you get out of Tokyo to find Japanese girlfriends? まあね, when it comes to numbers game, Tokyo, right? Like numbers, right? So I still don't neglect Tokyo dating like Tokyo area. Not necessarily places like Roppongi, Shibuya, like those central bougie places, you know what I mean? But Tokyo is not just Shibuya, Roppongi, Harajuku. There are many other places. So I would say like I can't say chances are like much higher in the countryside. Because the issue with countryside is that there aren't so many young people in general, young women especially. And then even when you say young women, they tend to get married already. So um, the countryside issue is mm. So I'm still thinking about it. I think the best option is that you live outside Tokyo, smaller town, and visit bigger cities like Tokyo, Osaka for numbers, right? I think that's the best like chances. But what do you think? What do you think, Tuka? What do you think is the best here? Because you can't neglect the number game. And countryside, they tend to have like less young women who are available. So the state will go after them and garnish their wages, and if they don't pay, they'll take their driver's license. I think there are ways, right? You you know, if a woman is not receiving the child support money, then she can sue. But I guess that those mothers are, you know, not mentally available to do all those things, right? Or if the case is like abusive husbands, they probably don't want to interact anymore, anyways. And なんかね, there are many backgrounds like that, seems to be, yeah. Tokyo is huge and you can find a niche, but usually you get lucky with the girls that just moved there from their hometowns. So they are still innocent. Are you raising your kids in the States? If not, why not? Is it legally obliged to pay child support? It is. Just morally responsible. It is obligation, but they don't really obligate you to follow that. だからね、you have to hire lawyer and sue him. If he refuse, you can take like this. You can garnish their wages. So yeah, you can just get paid from his salary, but you have to hire someone to do that. So I think that is so. Japan is not like sue everybody kind of sue anything everybody kind of society. So people are not used to the idea. So I think for Japanese people, there is like a huge like bar hurdle to hire and sue somebody. Not so I think that is why those mothers are not like collecting their money. I can only speak to the state that I live in, which is Oregon, and I know in Oregon you have to pay trial support, but it's percentage of your income based on your income level. まあ、そうだね。Rule is the same, but seems like you can still get away with it. So I live in Shiga, and it feels so hard to find girls to even just talk to. Shiga, Shiga ね。まあ、relatively countryside かな。Smaller city かな。But obviously, you no longer stand out as a foreigner in most areas of Tokyo. Go to other cities. ね。One of the nicest girls I met was in 川越、埼玉ね。Eric, thanks for the super chat. Tokyo is washed. Okay. Oh, it's actually your second super chat. Thank you, thank you. Then I'll give you a 짜잔, soba noodle sample. 네. Right. Thank you. As a general rule of thumb, I found that countryside women tend to prefer way more familiarity before any advances are made, but sometimes you get lucky with a cold approach simply because it's rare. ああ、まあね。cold approach はね、まあ、if you don't mind rejections at all, I think, yeah. The further I get from Tokyo, the more I enjoy the medium-sized cities. People are definitely a little more friendly. I'm in Okayama right now. あ、いいっすね、Okayama. I agree. People are more chill, you know. Friendly. got it. Sociologist. Okay. Hi, Asagi-san. Greetings from Lima, Peru, on the other shore of the Pacific Ocean. Peru ですか? Welcome, welcome. I think it says a lot about cultural differences between our countries that Japan is figuring all this out, but in America, the government automatically pays the women. Wow. Because America's had a problem with for a long time in Japan. Hey, tehe, tehe. Hello, hello.
これなんだ
What's this?
What's this?
Super chats. Then- what?
Goes
What?
right for the stickers, huh?
Stickers.
うん。
ひろこが選ぶ。
ひろくんが選ぶ。
よく気をつけて。
うん。
Be careful.
Which do you want? That's a little fragile. That's a little fragile. うん、ちょっとフラジャル。ちょっと壊れちゃうからそれ。
見てていいけど、使っちゃった。
ね。
バラ。
Butter, yes, that's butter.
見る。
見てていいけど、座っちゃダメ。
これコップ。コップ。
Cup, yes.
これなんだ
焼酎。
What's this?
焼酎。
焼酎, yes. Yeah. He's been chatty recently, right? You're chatty. Oh.
Let's put this for you. Okay, buddy. Hey, if you're gonna be that way, we're gonna go. ちょっと落ち着く？
こっち。
何？
これ。
これって何？
これ。
猿？No. Okay, buddy, we're leaving. No. はい、行こう。はい。
いかない。
ちょっとお散歩する？
Take a deep breath.
お散歩する？ You wanna ride the scooter?
Scooter.
Let's go ride the scooter, buddy. Alright. Papa, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
行って。
Yoko, don't jump on the bed.
Yoko, if you jump on the bed, what's gonna happen? No more monkeys jumping on the bed. だよ。He's been jumping. He's been jumping.
パパ抱っこして。スクール行くからさ。
Your son wants to overtake your chat. He wants. He does.
ヒロ、今だよ。
Wow, he can behave himself.
Cannot. He's incapable of it.
Not at all. Yeah. Hiro will be carrying Asagi soon. Perhaps, yeah. Yeah. Next year he's gonna have a beard even, yeah. He's growing so fast, yeah. Yeah. And we have so many super chats over here. It's hardly believe. Okay. Eric. Wow. Is that like 100? And David, thanks for the super chat, as always. Wow. Wow, boom, boom. Those are huge super chats. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Anyways, David. Thanks for the continued support. David, I will give you a Famichiki sticker. Famichiki, ne? You guys know Famichiki, right? The deep fried chicken, convenience store fried chicken that everybody loves. Thank you, David. And Eric. Oh my gosh. Right? Ooh. ねえ、これは、これですかね。この、刺身、lobster 刺身 sticker that, これね、it even jumps like this. これ、ここにさ、there's a parts like this. You know, ねえ、if you go to like fancy sushi restaurant or Japanese style restaurant, you will get sashimi like this. Just caught from a big tank, like a tank in the restaurant, and then they cut the fish and put it like this, and then the fish still moves like this because it's very fresh. That shows that it's very fresh. It's neat. Thank you so much. Yeah, as I told you, the video I was working on, I can't publish it, and then I was like, I mean, it was a damage, financial damage. So, this is like simply, this support simply really like, ありがたい。ありがとう。Appreciate it so much. This definitely compensate, right? Is it common for people to be left-handed in Japan? No, it's quite rare. Most of the people here are right-handed. Well, I think just like many countries. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Well, so I have to record this, but I have my upcoming long format video that I'm pro producing to I'm creating right now. Uh, I have I have a script already. I wrote a script already, and then I probably first upload to my blog post because it's gonna be like dating advice content. ちょっと待って、なんか目に。Yeah, it's gonna be about red flags in Japanese women, right? Red flags. Because I already made a few short format content about this red flags. You know how like what traits you have to see in Japanese women, right? And then people seem to like it. Like you guys liked it, and then people definitely wanted to see more. So I decided to make a long format video. Mm. And then, yeah, I will record it, edit it, and then upload hopefully soon. Red flags in Japanese women. Hmm. So now, because I think, one of the things I struggled when I was dating foreigners, right? Well, I mean, it's not just foreigners, but especially like intercultural, intercultural relationships, dating a relationship. The one of the biggest challenges is that it's hard to judge, right? When you see some kind of like, oh, this is different. This is, what is that? Is that cultural or is it red flag? Like, is it maybe this is common over there, but I'm not sure. And then usually people, when you fall in love with somebody, you try to let it slide, right? At least that was what I was doing, and I've seen many men doing it to Japanese women, right? This must be cultural. She is Japanese. She, in Japan, maybe this is how it goes. So I shouldn't worry about it too much. But later on, it was actually a red flag. Mm. This happens a lot more when it comes to intercultural relationship. So it is good to know, right? It is good to know that um no, this is not just cultural. This is a red flag you should see, right? The children from multicultural families that come to Japan from abroad. Do children from multi-racial families that come to Japan from abroad, that is, that grew up outside of Japan, have a harder time than other foreigners when they come to Japan integrating? Like fully educated other countries and come to Japan is, I think it's quite rare. Mm. most of the like mixed children or like foreign children here are like either military family とか military children とか、まあ children who have at least a Japanese parent とか、that's more common っていうか、that I haven't really seen like or like their parents, their foreign parents are immigrants and the children are actually born and raised in Japan とか。That's what I see more often, to be honest. So, yeah. Frank, thanks for the vibes. Vibes. あれかな Bird. ね。北海道 bird. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Culture butter. That's good. It's important for Western men to know the red flags because many Western men don't know what to look for in Japanese women. うん。まあ、そうね。I think, yeah. Have a realistic expectation in Japanese women. And teaching that is, I think important. Always look for the red flags, especially the one where they are carrying a katana. Right. My Japanese ex-girlfriend was violent and hit me. Hit you? Wow. Red flags are tricky because so many are just perceived and subjective. そうですね。本当に、まあ、as a person who missed out many flags before, I can say, yes, it is difficult. Submit my wife's sister actually dating a foreign person who I think is really not treating her seriously, but she's way too kind-hearted to see it. わかる. Yeah, and then it's frustrating to see, right? But you can't really say it like, hey, that guy is wrong, みたいな. Usually people don't listen. They have to notice by themselves. Exactly. We foreigners have to understand cultures, traditions, ways of living to try and make relationships work. At least that's what I've experienced and seen in my life. She started to notice it. Oh, and told my wife she wants to slow down with me, but I'm not sure how to bring it up to her. When the time comes. Yeah. What is the best kind of Japanese girl that is not a gaijin hunter? That's foreigner. That's foreigner crazy. What is the best kind of Japanese girl that is not a gaijin hunter? You don't want to get caught by a gaijin hunter. That's what you are saying? And I think it's easy. I think gaijin hunters are easy to spot on. なんか you will notice, especially by conversation. And I think gaijin hunters are only good for people who use, まあ their gaijinness. You know what I mean? I still see some, like gaijins, foreigners who like live only in central Tokyo because they don't learn Japanese language. They stay in central Tokyo and then use gaijin card all the time. And in they can use gaijin card in dating as well. And gaijin hunters go for those men, right? So I think they have their own like 需要と供給だっけ supply and demand and supply かな so うん If you are fully on that, then why not? That's a match. But if you actually want to connect with a person, like not not as a gaijin, but as a person, then yeah, avoid that kind of girls. Try to get to know the person, learn the language, culture of Japan. Like there are many things you can do to avoid gaijin hunters. One concern I have personally is over communicating when it comes to dealing with Japanese people in general. I'm not sure how to navigate that. そうね. I think mm, you definitely need practice, yeah. Maybe I'll do the Japanese woman a favor, but tell them to be extra careful when dating USA military men. Not saying never date them, but they need to keep an eye open. You're right. まあね。これは、I mean, I see some happily married Japanese women, happily married to like military men, American military men. I mean, they get to explore the world. They get so much like benefits. They can have like at least comfortable life when it comes to, what is provided to married people there. Commissaries there always like things are like you can get things cheaper than common people. Um, especially when a guy is an officer, they have more affluent, not affluent, but like a little more comfortable lifestyle. But the stress that comes with it is still there. Always relocating, or you know, th- they have strict rules here and there, and yeah, military men. not all the, not all of them, right? Not all of them, but I definitely have seen military men mm, who are not partner material. うん、そうだね。そうだね。But yeah, as a former military girlfriend, I can definitely say it is really hard to work out. Mm. The relationship is really hard. So many relocations, rank matters, and because of the environment that military required to those like employees じゃないか soldiers, um they put soldiers in so much stress that causes their personalities, way of thinking, opinions, right? And if a normal Japanese woman can handle that, it's not easy. Uh, Good afternoon. Is it possible to have a good relationship with a Gaijin hunter? Mm. Gaijin hunters are not looking for relationships almost by definition. そうだね。Long-term relationship is not like I don't because if a woman is only attracted to you because of your gaijin, because of your gaijinness, then that will not last so long. Mm. Have all your relationships been with non-Japanese? そんなことないよ。そんなことねえよ。Both です。Both. Both Japanese men and foreign men. It's up. So, okay. I'm the person who learns in a hard possible way. うん。I know some women or some people are smart enough to just know that okay, this is not good. This guy is not good. This woman is not good for me. It's not compatible. Oh, I see a red flag. Ran. They can just do that. But in my case, I can't I can't it's harder for me to learn until I suffer, right? So it was not easy for me to find a man who who is compatible and who is committed, who treats me accordingly. And up until Justin, I had to learn in a very hard way. I got through many things. I got through so many breakups. Some of you guys already seen a few of them, even. So, yes, I have dated Japanese men that didn't go well. In fact, the most traumatic relationship I've ever had was with a Japanese man. And that traumatized me when it comes to dating Japanese men. And then after that, I mainly saw saw I mainly saw foreigners. I kind of avoided Japanese men, but at some point I tried to see Japanese men as well. I didn't want to just narrow it down. But at the end of the day, I'm with an American guy, and then I think I am more compatible with um my non-Japanese men, かな? Mm. So would you call me Gaijin hunter? I don't I don't consider myself Gaijin hunter, but did I prefer non-Japanese men? Yes. うん。that's what I always talk about, right? Like, is it fetishizing? Is it the fetish or preference? And in my case, you know, at the point where I started dating foreigners, I already learned English. I was interested in, I really liked learning English, and then I could speak it. I used it in my job, and from very young age, I was um, fascinated. I was listening to like uh, music, like Western music, all that kind of stuff. So it was natural for me, and then yeah. Mm. Is gaijin a derogatory term? That's a thing, right? そうだね。外人っていうと、 Gaijin はちょっと insulting. うん。外国人 is a little more 丁寧 It's a little more polite. 外国人 it's the neutral word, right? Yeah, yeah. But Gaijin is more like a little like looking down kind of thing, yeah. I only ask because I feel like the generalization can't be the same for every single Gaijin hunter. ああ、なるほどね。But that's actually a good question. うん。まあ、by definition, Gaijin hunters are not looking for like long-term relationship. But I think there is a transition, I think. transition. Transition phase あるかな So originally, my initial like interest towards like Western men was like not it didn't start from men, right? I was fascinated by the music scene in the US, mainly in the US, America かな I really love like American pop punk, hard rocks music, and then I was into like girls bands. I started from Avril Lavigne, obviously, um, Paramore, and all that kind of stuff. So it didn't come. My motivation to learn English was not like because of I wanted to date foreign men or anything. I started from more like a culture, right? And then I started learning English, and then all that kind of stuff. And then after the traumatic experience with a Japanese man, I started to look for foreigner, and that may be more like a curiosity to like I wanted to kind of explore my possibility to because before then I never thought of dating foreigner. That concept was really like alien to me, right? But after the traumatic experience, I I could I was able to think outside the box, I guess, or got crazy. and then tried that path, I guess. Mm. And then I think at that point it was more like a curiosity. And then I had some like expectations in like foreign men, like unrealistic expectation even, right? But I still don't see that as a fetish though. Well, I don't know. Yeah. What I'm saying is, yes, there are like obviously, they just wanna feel exotic. They just wanna feel exotic by like sleeping with foreigners. But there are also women who are simply like curious. Mm, うん、ですね。It, I'm only comfortable being called gaijin by fellow foreigners. ああ、そうね。If a Japanese person call you gaijin, that's some like insulting. うん。Do you think Haruka, who I'm chatting to and wants to move to Australia, is a gaijin hunter? She said she doesn't like Japanese men and is very disillusioned with them. had bad experiences. Gaijin? I think you'll see by getting to know her. Mm. I get, I mean, as I started that way, like, super heartbroken by Japanese men and then sick of it, and then just try to explore. Mm. You are an ex Gaijin hunter. Did I listen to me? Can a guy be too tall, or is that just down to personal preference? Too tall, though. I think taller, being tall, mm, almost in never be an advantage. Almost, unless you are like, I don't know, basketball player kind of tall. If only you could streamline and profit from bringing the Gaijin hunters and guys with yellow fever together, huge profit. Right. I feel like shifting through Gaijin hunters to try to find a redeemable one is just self-imposed torture. Just meet normal women. English is a red flag? Like, what are you talking about? What about those girls who chase after the feminine K-pop boys? Is there a term of them? ありそう。でも I haven't heard of it. 韓国人ハンターおっぱハンターおっぱハンターおっぱだよね、おっぱ。うん。おっぱハンターかなI don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's a term yet. But yeah, there are women who are like that. Yeah. I definitely run into a Gaijin hunter. I went to a cave attraction. Cave attraction. There was a group of women there in their 40s. One of them was looking at me like I needed to run. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Well, I think you guys like treat those Gaijin hunter girls are like, ew, ew. And I get it. I get it. Some girls are like, it's cringe, so cringe to watch those girls. But hmm, なんだろう. Well, it goes both ways, right? And there are, I like I told you, there are like some, those gaijins who are like in gaijin communities, only in gaijin communities, only hang out in like gaijin bars and using their gaijin card, and those guys can benefit from gaijin hunters, right? And they're not really looking for settling down either. So I think 需要と供給ですよ。supply and demand ですよ。うん。So, yeah. Wouldn't we have more chance with a Gaijin hunter? まあでもさ、that's also an experience, and then I don't judge you by like experiencing it, to be honest. Like, maybe that's a good practice too, to interact with Japanese women. If you are like super new to dating in Japan, and then, you know, well, I know, have a ride a little bit with a Japanese woman. Just, you know, just, just take advantage of that and then, enjoy the ride. But I would say keep your wallet tight. Keep your wallet tight. Keep your condom tight and just enjoy. And I think as an experience, it's not a bad thing. You just enjoy life. That's it. まあね。Half joking, half kind of meant it. You know what I mean? Marty, thanks for the super chat. I was traumatized by American women and just seemed to connect more with foreign ladies and Japanese in particular. なんかそうみたいね。I see that trend too. あ、マーティはセカンドスーパーチャー。Thank you, thank you. したらこれかなはま寿司ステッカー。はま寿司ステッカー。ね。あの、sushi is taking a shoyu soy sauce shower. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. And wow, David, thank you. Thank you so much. David も second super chat. Okay. I'll give you this sushi sticker. So many sushi here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. It's for making the board very colorful. I could do a Gaijin Hunter relationship. Both play the game. So. なんか play the game. If you just play the game, don't get into it too much. I think that's, you know, fine. What percentage of Japanese women are looking for foreigners? Do you think normal Japanese women think of foreigners as fantasy? Hmm. When it comes to the percentage, it's not big, right? Like most of the women date within their culture and cultures that are similar, like Korea. um, but I think because of the those movies and advertise and that kind of things, I think women in general, normal Japanese women, have like that kind of fantasy, like American というか foreigner men are more like ladies first, treat women better, romantic とか、I think they have like roughly that kind of image in foreign men. But I think most of them are not actively looking because of the language barrier, right? I've seen like some men who are like quite fluent in Japanese. They change those women's mind because when the language barrier is not there, then why not, right? They originally dating within Japanese culture, but they become open to it because the man speaks Japanese みたいな. I think it's more about the language barrier when it comes to like normal Japanese women. If people are mutually interested in their fetishes and doing their own thing, that's fine, but don't get attached or look to settle down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Stoner, welcome back. How's the financial loss going, right? ありがとうね、本当に。ありがとう。It's so weird for you to say enjoy the ride. I'm like 30 centimeter taller than like 90% of the women. うん。いいじゃん。tall. Being tall is almost never been an advantage in dating. Yeah. チャロロ。Welcome. Is the cultural awkwardness between Korea and Japan kind of a thing of the past? It's not, I don't think it's a cultural awkwardness. It's political awkwardness. Yes. Politically, Korea and Japan is not so good, right? We have a tense between our governments. Mm. But, culturally, we actually have many things in common. And, because our entertainment, right? Many Korean people love Japanese culture. Um, アニメとか、contents. And many Japanese people love Korean culture. especially women. K-pop とかさ、あるじゃん。So, だから that is why Korean partners are the most common in Japan, right? うん。I'm turning 50 in 3 days. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Like early happy birthday ね。Yeah, enjoy your last 40s. It's definitely not an advantage when the woman would have to look straight up to look at you. It's just in your head. It's not like disadvantage, yeah. Haruka says your prime minister is trying to remilitarize and start a war with South Korea and China. Nah. I mean, militarize. She wants. She's trying to militarize, yes, but start a war with China. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose anyway. Like, what's the point of fighting the battle we lose? That's a bit extreme. I think it's. I believe it's. She's after more like benefits, financial benefits from militarization. うん。South Korea and China, it was North Korea じゃないのね。South Korea, we don't have a reason to start war with South Korea, so I don't know. Marrying a Japanese made me an honorary Asian with my Asian co-workers, but shortly after that, they want to bring up the Asian wars and the drama the different countries have with each other. うん。まあね、we usually think that separately. We don't really bring that to our personal friendships and relationships. うん。Like Asian people tend to get together. うん。かな。うん。 Is it possible to find a girl without Japanese? Simply find a Japanese woman. It's possible. It's very much possible. Because it's more about your initial impression, first impression というかさ、it's more about you being a little exotic. You might have like take care of yourself very well. Mm. And you probably look more confident when you speak in your own language. So I don't think it's necessary to have a language skill, Japanese language skill from the beginning. But when you have a relationship, especially in Japan, it's a huge disadvantage when you don't understand Japanese language. I actually talked about it uh, in my past video. So if you want to check out, please do. Mm. That's what I said to her. Why start a war you can't win? Her views are quite extreme. She is very delusioned with Japan and the way she says women are treated in the workforce. She has her own skincare business. Skincare business. Interesting. So you are telling me I've been taking Japanese lessons for nothing. But I'm telling you, like obviously, it's the chances are better when you speak Japanese, when you can speak Japanese, right? It makes women feel much more safer. So, and the numbers of women you can actually talk with is different. If you only speak English, then you can only talk to like 7% of the population in Japan. Whereas if you speak Japanese, then you can talk to almost 100% of Japanese population. So you see the difference there. Mm. But if the question is it possible to find a Japanese woman, then yeah. Mm. So tired of being asked about American politics when I go to a bar in Japan. ねえ、なんか for some reason Japanese people don't really talk about politics in general, but for some reason when it comes to American politics, they want to talk about it. I wonder why. I'm living in Hamamatsu for almost 2 years as an international student. I feel it's hard to meet girls as foreigner outside Tokyo, Osaka, or big cities. Any thoughts? If you are students, get a part-time job at a coffee shop or something like that. うん。あれあ、you don't speak Japanese. あ、OK, OK, さん。あ、やべえ、やべえ。そうだ。If you speak Japanese, I would definitely recommend working at a coffee shop in Japan as a part-time job. Coffee shops, coffee shop staffs are super cute. And then because it's a part-time job, if things get awkward, you can just move to the other. So it's not like full-time job, right? You can job hop when things get awkward. Uh, so I definitely recommend that. And even like places, international bars とか、うん、then even if you don't speak Japanese, they hire international students, and then you work with staffs like younger in your age, right? I think there's a good chance there. そうそう。結構多いですよ。students in Japan, international students in Japan met their spouses at their part-time jobs. That's quite common, I think. I think that is a really almost the best way to me. Sounds like to me. Um, when it comes to like students in Japan, you are like language or university students, then meet at the university or part-time job would be like those are the two best options as a student. You don't even need to go on dating apps or like meetups とか, right? Mm. Gonna need Japanese if you are trying to date in Hamamatsu because you do have to focus on meeting girls in local spots. Yeah, definitely. 東京だったら if you live in Tokyo, you don't need Japanese, but Hamamatsu, man. Go ask Gizmo, my friend Gizmo, that I collaborated in the last video. He lives in Hamamatsu. He's a really good looking guy, and then he knows how to attract women, where to meet women, and all that kind of stuff. But more students, definitely classroom and part-time job. Mm. Big orange. Om, om, oompa. Oompa loompa. Finding a girl without knowing Japanese mainly works in Tokyo. そうだね。東京だよね。東京、大阪, like big cities. But outside big cities, yeah. Yeah, you need to rely on more like, because, そうそうそう。だから、そう、set the dating app in the reach of Tokyo and then meet Tokyo women because they tend to speak English more とか。うん。Other half of Smith family. No BS. Yeah, he's in. いや、そうなんですよ。ね。Yeah. But Justin is a Japanese language master. And teaching English is, he can also teach English too. And yeah, language questions, go ask Justin, not me. But yeah, if you're seriously trying to learn Japanese though, then go take Japanese lessons. Um, Justin Justin has his language teaching company. He has two Japanese, like talented Japanese teachers who are Japanese, Japanese women teaching Japanese to foreigners, right? They are very talented. Um, so if you want to take lessons from uh, Justin's language te- language learning company かな language teaching company っていうの just let me know. サークルって大学生だからstudents サークルね。Yeah, international students は can they join like Japanese college students circle? I don't know, but if there's an option, definitely, yeah. I really need to get back to studying Japanese. I recommend it. But especially when you visit Japan very often. Yeah, I'll just casually leave the link to Justin's language learning. これ何スクールっていうの School? It's not an online school. Online classes. So, よいしょ。If you want to check out, I mean, go check out. Simply helps Justin's page かな Justin's website to get some traffic. So go check out, please. And then, if you are actually interested in learning Japanese, then send a message. I'm currently taking Japanese lessons, but I find sometimes learning from girls that I learn more words used by girls. Oh, depends on who can no? I'm sure good teachers don't heavily, don't teach you feminine Japanese to a man. You know? じゃない No, he doesn't teach. He's more like CEO and COO, COO, CTO of the company. He's not a teacher. Um, he has Japanese teachers, very talented, um, very talented Japanese teachers, female teachers, if that matters to you. But regardless, they are good ones. They seem like a really good people. So I think it's worth getting trial lessons or things like that. I want to come to Japan, purchase for traveling. So how much is the cost? Japan, purchase for travel Japanese みたいな I think they I think they can arrange that kind of stuff too. コストは、on the website they show the cost for English lessons, but I'm not sure if it's same in the when it comes to when it comes to Japanese classes. Is that the same? I'm asking Justin, but yeah. Getting the English page sorted this week. You can send inquiries via the box on the bottom. Yeah. なるほど。Okay, okay. Yeah. So for English classes, it's 6,600 yen per lesson, which is like around 50 bucks, かな? Maybe cheaper than that. 45 $45 とか around that. うん。So, but this price, I know this pricing is not as cheap as you find on maybe like なんだっけなんだっけハロートークじゃなくてまあまあlike freelance teachers とかね but まあ this is the I think this is the environment when it comes to English teachers and even Japanese teachers. They can't really charge so much, right? They tend to charge so much less than they actually deserve. And also, when it comes to teachers who are working for like eikaiwa companies, schools, they are almost like exploited. Like they don't get paid. Companies take so much. So the working environment in those schools are not good. Like bigger eikaiwa, like English teaching schools, it's not good, as you might hear from many English teachers in Japan. But Pathfinder, Justin's company, wants to stop that, right? Good teachers should get the, commission, the price that they deserve, and then make sure the quality, right? To make sure the quality of the classes. So it might be more like pricier side when it comes to like language, like teachers in general, but this is for good for everyone, right? Workers, customers, and those Japanese teachers are seems very awesome, They are talented, they have skill sets, they have experiences and like more like business level Japanese. And they follow certain methods. So the levels というか they have like quality. They can assure the quality. So I might watch Alice in Borderland again and listen to Japanese and learn from there. Yeah, yeah, that kind of learning is good too. Like good input. Did it take a lot for him to get that going? I wouldn't mind doing something similar one day. Mm, well, hmm. I don't know what to answer there, but I mean, starting one isn't so hard, but the reason I think the visa though, Justin currently has a spouse visa, so that makes it a little more easier than like people who have like normal working visa. Mm. Good lessons are worth the price. Yes, exactly. So they already have a few English teachers. でもね, if you have any good Japanese teachers recommendation, then tell us. Culturally, Japan is more tight-knit and honorable than most of the cultures of the world. This is a good time in history to do so. I've never visited Japan, but I think everyone needs to chill home. Once things settle down and respect is given, doors crack open. Okay. まあね、ニットタイトよね。確かに。And some people think it's good. Some people actually get damage from it. If you want a business visa in Japan, they just raised the minimum wealth requirements to 90 bazillion trillion yen. Bazillion. So come on over. うん。まあ、そうだね。In the first years, you also have a chance to get like entrepreneur visa, and you can actually get ready to have a actual like business owner visa or something like that. So it's not like impossible, but of course, if you have visas like spouse visa or permanent visa, even that's of course it's easier. Business manager visa. まあ、そうそうそうそうそう。I think it's only like $200,000. Only なの? It sounds like a lot. Eventually, I would like to also learn Osaka dialect as well. Is it extremely hard to pick up after becoming fluent? どうなんだろう I don't know. I don't know. そうね、なんか、I think I think most of the foreigners who speak dialect, like Osaka dialect, they probably just live there, right? Live there. うん。そうだね。Because, like, okay, I learned English in American English, right? American English. And I can pick up British English or Australian English, right? But it's hard for me to imitate and speak like that because I don't have so much output there. If I want to talk like British, Bring me a cup, like bottle of bottle of water. I can't. It's hard for me. So, you probably, once you are fluent in Japanese, you probably pick up Osaka dialect. But talking like that might take extra practice. So if you want to speak certain dialect, go live there. I think that's it. Mm. The startup visas are kind of hard to get from what I understand because they are very limited in scope. I wouldn't say easy. You say only 2,000 as if that wasn't half the price of house where I live. うん。そうだよね。I learned Kyoto Ben, but as soon as I moved away, they told me to stop using it. Oh, the Kyoto people. Yeah, they are catchy about it. Do you think it's easier if you just go to Japan to find a girlfriend versus living there for a while? どういうこと？ business? Being a business owner in Japan? I didn't understand. It's easy to pick up dialects if you are immersed in them. So people will look at you weird if you are trying to sound like an Osakan outside of Osaka. So if you have like living experiences there, people would understand. But hmm, things can always change. As an American watching my nation take attacks from inside and out, I highly respect nations trying to preserve and protect their heritage for themselves and the world. うん。まあ、でもさ、Japan is already that way and then even tighten it up. Sounds like unrealistic to me, especially when the nation is suffering from labor shortage and stuff like that, right? So you also have to employ at least one Japanese person. そうだね、そうだね。なんか、そういうの。many, like, thresholds? Not even the British can figure out how to speak English. There's so many dialects in that tiny country. It's crazy. そうよね。なんかサセックスとか。そうだね。I was curious because in New York we have people come from everywhere, so I guess we are super similar to Tokyo. 東京はね。かな。I want to say the people of the world embrace ancient introspective spiritual practices deeper than ever before. でもさ、なんか you guys say like, oh, Japan is trying to preserve their culture, but we don't. Many of us don't. You know what I mean? Like I told you, people are just selling out matcha to outside Japan just for money. And then they actually don't care about preserving the culture. Some foreign big corporation owning, like buying the matcha, meaning they actually don't have matcha to sell to local Japanese people because local Japanese people don't care so much about matcha. Only like tiny percent of like some Japanese people who actually in like traditional culture like tea ceremony とか they care of course, they deeply care about it. But like normal Japanese people, they don't they don't know much about it. Um, Many like small like traditional businesses are dying because they don't have young generation to inherit those businesses. Do Japanese locals, do they actually care about our tradition, businesses, um, art of Japan? I don't think so. It's more like foreigners come to Japan and actually take over the business to continue the business because no Japanese locals continue the business, which is like, if a foreigner is really good hearted and then actually care about the business to continue, that is a great thing to me. It's better continue the business than just end it because there's no Japanese people to take over, right? Yeah, many like craftsmanship is dying because Japanese youngers don't care about it, right? So, like, it to me it doesn't make sense, right? There are some, many foreigners who actually try to learn these like craftsmanship, appreciate the craftsmanship and traditions and culture that Japanese locals don't really do. Uh, but government trying to take them out. Do something else. Do something else. Mm. And of course, I don't want like bad foreigners to come and then take advantage of this country. But if the government cares actually cares about Japanese, like preserving our traditional culture, then there are many more things to do. Mm. But yeah, that was my TED talk. And I think it's time for me to go. But thanks for listening. Thanks for joining, participate in the conversation. It was a good fun chat. Also, wow, thank you for all the support for today's live stream. It means a lot to me. Um, Not just financially, but emotionally. It was, it was such a bummer that I that I have to cancel the collaboration. Um, I was feeling kind of down, but you guys cheered me up, so I keep my chin up and continue making content. Yeah, I already have a plan for the next long format video, and I will try filming short format content as well. Um, yeah, keep doing what I'm doing. Check out my dating advice business. If you want to one-on-one advice from me. And yeah, see you next time when I'm live. I will give you a heads up on Instagram story or this feed. So make sure to check out. So have a good day or night, and have a good day or night wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next one. さよなら。Bye.